All right, how's it going? Second and third grade. So, we just finished up our animal habitats STEAM lesson, and we learned that animals live in certain places and they adapt to those places. Those places are extremely important for their survival. Often, if you take a polar bear, which was one of the examples in the video, and you move them out of the Arctic, then they struggle to survive because they have changed so much over time in order to survive in that place that they have a hard time adapting to a new place. And so, our lesson this week, we are going to be making landscape drawings with an animal that you choose. And here's the thing, you have to figure out where that animal lives, what its habitat is, and use that for your landscape. And so, what I have here, as you can see, is the landscape that I started. I did a desert landscape with a rattlesnake. And so, what I did, I pre-drew most of this because it would be a 10-minute video if I didn't. So, this is exactly what you're going to do. You're going to choose one animal that you want to use for this project. So, for me, I picked the rattlesnake. Then, I did a little bit of research. I found out that, well, rattlesnakes tend to live in the desert. We have rattlesnakes all around us here in New Mexico because there's a lot of desert around us in New Mexico. And so I said, okay, well, then what does the desert look like? So I did a quick Google search and I found out that, well, there are often mesas out in the desert, these various rock formations. And so I chose that to be in my background. There are also, in some places in the desert, sand dunes. So I drew sand dunes. And then after that, I was like, well, what other flowers and plant life live in the desert? Cactus. That is a really important part of the desert. So I put cactus with cactus flowers right next to my rattlesnake. And then here we come to our animal. The animal is supposed to be the focus of this drawing. So if you make your animal little teensy tiny standing on a hill way back here, then it's not the emphasis of the drawing. Emphasis means the thing that is the most important in the drawing, the thing that you want to show off. And so what I did is I drew my rattlesnake really, really large and gave a really up close and personal look of him in the foreground. So, remember from our last video, in that video, I talked about foreground, middle ground, and background. Don't forget to include those. It's an essential part of any landscape. Make the animal your focus and include plant life and other things that live in that habitat around that animal. All right, students, this can be just a pencil drawing. You can color it if you would like to. I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then I'm going to post a picture on your lesson so that you know kind of what I'm looking for and expecting. All right, have a wonderful day and have fun.